In 280 BC, King Pyrrhus of Epirus won a number of battles against the Romans that were so detrimental to his own army. The phrase Pyrrhic victory bears his namesake, and refers to any battle where the winner is put in a worse position in the larger conflict than they were before the battle. Oftentimes, this can mean a large number of casualties on the winning side. Men can't just appear out of thin air, they have to come from somewhere. But thankfully, in Europa Universalis, that isn't the case. Men do, in fact, appear out of thin air every month. Usually, the number of men you gain every month is quite small compared to your maximum manpower. But what if it was equivalent to your maximum manpower? Anyone who's played Europa Universalis probably knows that the AI is not the greatest at handling attrition. In fact, the game caps attrition in any province at 5%, because the AI can't seem to keep itself from killing wave after wave of its own men from attrition every month. If you look at the end of any of my time lapses, you can see that in almost every case, deaths by attrition greatly outweigh deaths by actual battle. In fact, this mimics the real world quite well, since disease and supply chain issues, poor medical knowledge, and terrible army camp conditions were horribly bad for keeping armies alive. In-game, the high losses to attrition make the AI easier to defeat for the player. You can immediately tell the difference when you do end up at war against a large nation with quantity ideas and some kind of manpower modifier in their national ideas. It feels like they have an infinite supply of bodies to throw at you. This mod makes every nation like that. I've also reduced reinforcement costs, because without that, the AI were bankrupting themselves regularly just from reinforcing. This is sort of a rich get richer mod. Nations with good manpower modifiers are left in the dust compared to countries with other strong military ideas. Good defensive terrain also plays a much larger role because it allows for so many more battles with favorable dice rolls. One side effect of this mod is that the AI now appears stronger to other AI nations. So vassals and colonies are more likely to stay under their old world parent nations, leaving the new world looking like some kind of primary color art project. This also explains the Timurid success, as they were easily able to overcome their early disaster and form the Mughals. Russia, on the other hand, has a number of wasted national ideas that boost its manpower, a modifier that doesn't really do anything. While they look strong for a while, other countries like the Ottomans and the Manchu have far better ideas to work with and slowly tore them apart. Despite Austria's extreme success and Lubbock's expansion into the north, the Holy Roman Empire never got past the Third Reform. This seems to be a soft limit that has been in the game at least since version 1.30. with the AI never reaching the Fourth Reform. This may be related to the Reformation appearing around that time, and the AI being unable to manage their imperial authority afterwards. Unsurprisingly, this mod greatly increased the total number of casualties, with the number one spot going to the Ottomans, who had over 12 million. Yet another side effect of this mod is the effect of rebels on a nation. Normally, large rebellions cost money and manpower to maintain. Normally, large rebellions cause a significant cost in manpower and money, but with infinite men and low reinforcing costs, the rebellions that do occur are not nearly as detrimental. You can see this clearly in the survival of Ming, and how short-lived many of the rebel uprisings are, even the very large ones. Well, that's all I have to say for today, so enjoy the rest of the time-lapse.